Yesterday, Alex walked out of his office and instantly regretted it. He didn't lose his temper, didn't slam a door, and he didn't yell. But the look on his face, the tone in his voice, the way that he asked that question, it just landed all wrong. And I didn't mean it to come off like that, he thought. I'm just tired. But here's the thing. You don't lose the war when the deal falls apart. You lose it before the day even began. When you snooze through the plan, when your energy is scattered, and when your emotions are leaking out all over the place. This is the inner war. And I don't care how strong you are, if you don't learn to win this war, it will wear you down and take your team with it. I'm Chris Hunsicker, and this is the Dealership War Room. 7 minutes of leadership fire, built daily, fueled intentionally, and delivered relentlessly. And today, we're going to talk about winning that first war. Remember, each of the 3 wars has 3 fronts. So let's dive into the inner war and the 3 fronts you are going to have to master. This is the inner war, and it's the one that most managers ignore until you're either burned out or bitter. Because this isn't about your team. This is about your temperature, your habits, your state. And if you don't win this war, every other war is unwinnable. So let's dive in to the 3 daily battles that you are going to start winning every single day, and one tool for each one that you can start using today. Battlefront number 1 is vision and discipline. Win your morning and live your mission. No routine, no rhythm. Tool number 1 is the 3M morning drill. And this is a simple, easy 5-minute tool that you can use to start absolutely winning your morning. Now, you can expand from there, and there's some great books like the 5 a.m. Club and the Morning Miracle. And some people have morning routines that are an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours dialed in. And if that's where you're at, great. All I want you to do is to look at your morning routine through this lens and how can you tweak it and make it better. If you don't have one, this is where we're going to start so that starting tomorrow, you can win every single morning. The 3M morning drill clearly has 3 elements, 3 M's: mission, movement, and mindset. Mission. What is your identity? What's your mission? You're going to spend 24 hours of your day. And all I'm asking you to do is take 15 seconds and write out, what's my mission? Who are you? What are you about? What does success look like? Next, movement. 5 minutes of stretching, moving, getting up, do 10 push-ups, whatever it is, some movement that gets you going in the morning. So you're going to write your mission, you're going to go through some movement, and then I want to work on your mindset. Here, I want you to spend just a few minutes, read 1 page, read 1 quote, anything that sets your mindset, sets your tone for what you're trying to do. Now, if you want to do more than that, that's great, but those are the 3 M's that I'm going to have to ask you to execute. Simply put, this is the most important 5 to 10 minutes of your day, not for perfection, but for pattern, for rhythm, for your ability to consistently execute over day after day after day. Because if your mornings are random, your results will be too. The second battlefront is energy and recovery. How are you going to refill your tank? How are you going to recharge? And then how do you bounce back with speed? Because the speed of your recovery is your resilience. Everything's going to go wrong. It always does. It's not what goes wrong, and it's not even can you fix it. It's the speed that you can take a glitch. It's the speed that you can recover and turn things around. And your resilience is measured by the speed of your recovery. So now, let me share with you a great tool for this battlefront. I call it the red zone reset. Every time you feel flooded, angry, scattered, off, I want you to run this red zone play. 3 elements. Number 1, name the glitch. Don't pretend it's not happening. Things go wrong. Own it, embrace it, label it. Number 2, pause the pattern. 90 seconds. Stop, breathe, walk, hydrate. Then number 3, re-enter, but with intention. When you re-enter, the question on your mind is, what's the next right move? That is the red zone reset. Let me share with you one of my top 10 insights, and that's this. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to reset faster than you spiral. Think about that. You don't need to be anything different than you are. You don't need to become more than you are. But what you do need to do is get skilled at resetting faster than you spiral. I don't care how fast you spiral, we're just going to reset faster. The third battlefront that we have to fight to win the inner war is leadership and love, having a strong spine and a soft heart. You need to slow down and connect to speed people up. I call this tool the 3L filter. Listen, label, lead. And all we're looking at here is most managers dive right into correction, But elite operators, they build connection first. And that's why they're significantly more effective. It's not the accuracy of the feedback that counts, it's the efficacy of the feedback that counts. So let's look at each of these 3 L's. The first is listen. Listen fully. No judgment, no fixing. The next is label. Name what they're feeling. Let them feel seen, heard, and understood. Sounds like you're frustrated. Then finally, lead. Now, suggest. Give direction. Based on what you said, I think I'd suggest, and then lay it out. This is so critical. This is how elite operators coach under pressure without triggering shame. Because in the end, self-regulation builds trust, and trust is always a force multiplier. If this hit home and you're fired up and you want to absolutely start winning this inner war, let me give you a little mini challenge. Take the week, and on Monday, what you're going to do is run the 3M morning routine. Then on Tuesday, you're going to run the red zone reset. On Wednesday, you're going to do the 3L, and you're really going to listen, label, and then lead. And then Thursday through Sunday, repeat 7 days of leadership fire. Give it a shot and tell me what happens. All right, it's time to cross the execution bridge. We're going to get really tactical. I want you to get a pen and a sticky note, and I want you to write down on that sticky note the one tool that really hit home the most for you out of this. Was it the 3M morning ritual? Was it the red zone reset? Was it the 3 L's of listening? So you really could form connection before you start doing correction. And then underneath that, all I want you to write is, this is my battlefield. And then I want you to post it in the place where you get weakest. Where does temptation start to whisper you to give up, to be mediocre, to dial back, to lose your discipline? It might be in your planner. It might be on your mirror. It might be on your desk. But wherever you know that soft spot is, that place where you need to see it, I want you to post it there so that you can absolutely see what you need to hear most in the moment that it's the most important to hear it. Tomorrow, we're going to dive into the team war. It's really where culture becomes the clarity. But this is where it all begins. Because when you win the inner war, you stop leading from fatigue and you start leading from fire. Because this is where managers become operators. Clear, focused, precise. So please use these 3 tools. Go out and create some leadership fire. And I'll see you tomorrow in the dealership war room.